World Fruit China Market. Hi everyone, I'm Carrie from Shanghai International Fruit Expo. Let's talk about fruit. Today's topic is how foreign fruit varieties enter the Chinese market. AQ is IQ, Administration of Quality, Supervision, Inspection and Quarantine, was composed of the CSBTS, State Branch of Quality Technical Supervision, and the State General Administration of Entry-Exit Inspection and Quarantine on April 10, 2001. The CIQ Department of the General Administration is responsible for the entry of fruits. Before the establishment of the General Administration, there were not many varieties that were allowed by the state, mainly because China's market is not big at that time. And in addition, before Chinese accession to the WTO, China's protection of agriculture is relatively conservative. After China's accession to the WTO, it is necessary to fulfill the market access for agricultural products from other countries, so the access permit of the fruit items are processing, but they all need to go through the negotiation between the other side state plant quarantine department and the general administration. It includes research and assessment of the harmful organisms and diseases, as well as audit of the exporting country, orchard and packing factories. It should be said that China has referred to some convenient measures and practice in other countries, mainly the identification of epidemic area, the requirements of heat treatment and cold treatment. Because the department in charge of this work, Animal and Plant Division, has extremely limited staff, countries can only queue up to talk about access permits. When it's written, it will take you 2 or 3 years to officially obtain the access to Chinese market. If the political relationship has been two-sided, is better. It will take about 2 years, otherwise the queuing time is longer. So far, more than 200 varieties from more than 48 countries have been admitted into China. Many varieties will enter the Hong Kong market before entering the Chinese market. To assess the value of a variety, whether worth the effort to talk about access with China, it's very simple. It depends on whether the quantity it sends to Hong Kong is more than the digestion capacity of the market. Because there has always been a great channel to enter the Chinese market, but the quantity is small because it is a kind of smuggling. If the mainland market has volume on this category, first, the cost of legal entry is low. Second, it can be sold and promoted openly. And it doesn't need to be sold in the name of other countries. In 2018, the Chinese government abolished the General Administration and incorporated CIQ into the Chinese custom. Since then, the entry negotiation has been going to the customs. And it's the same people who are in charge of that work, because these jobs are require expertise. After gaining access to the Chinese market before importing, Chinese importers should first apply to the competent authorities for the corresponding import permits, which is similar to a core. It is not difficult to obtain the core, but it is an extra work because each variety has to apply for it, and the dedication is based on the quantity of each import. Most of the Chinese fruit importers are not good at this job, so you will find out that your Chinese customers are all agency companies. Usually, especially the port of entry for sea transportation are in Guangzhou and Shanghai, so the main list are focused on these ports. Because China is the implementation of foreign exchange control, because your money is finally transferred through agency company. This kind of agency mode is also a very formal trade way in China. Agency company will declare the name of the actual importers in the custom declaration form when declaring to the custom. There are some companies with relatively large import volume who will choose to do consigned in the name of their own companies, but almost all of them will hand over the declaration work to professional customs declaration companies. Due to the high efficiency of custom declaration for imported fruits involves a lot of professional knowledges. Before CIQ was incorporated into China custom, imported fruits were subject to double supervision. The custom inspection rate for fruits is about 5%, open case inspection. But the custom inspection process is slow, although the rate is very low. It usually takes 2 working days, but what the customer care about is the name, country, and the quantity of the product. The original inspection rate of CIQ was 100%, focusing on plant disease and insect pests. Usually the search is faster and can be completed in a day or half a day before the merger. If the goods are selected at the same time, they will check on both sides, which will delay a lot of time. At the end of 2017, the inspection rate has been significantly reduced, the lowest probability of 1/3. After the merge in 2018, the 2 kinds of inspection become one. The advantage is that there is no need to repeat the inspection. The disadvantage is that the inspection process following the origin has an inspection process, which is not as efficient as before. The customer will also adjust the setting of the inspection rate. When the epidemic occurs in the place of origin or problems are found in successive batches of goods, the customer will increase the inspection rate of such product in the system. Usually there is no problem in the on-site inspection and the goods will be released directly. If suspicious symptoms are found on the site and need to be sent to the laboratory for inspection, the goods will be detained. It may also exist the one situation that the goods has been released, but the samples goods are sent to the laboratories to find diseases and insect pests, and the customer will call back the goods. So far, there will be a lag of several days to a week in the issuance of the certificate. This is no problem for the wholesale market, but for some strict retail channels, it will be a problem, but everyone will find their own way to solve it. At present, under the epidemic situation, the Chinese customs will have a requirement for the elimination of imported fruits. This is from December 2020. Prevention and interdiction is a process from every containers. According to the requirements of the epidemic prevention team of a new mission of the State Council, every piece of the goods should be disinfected on 6 sides. Each place according to their own understanding. So far, the fruit is to disinfect the whole tray. This action was carried out after customs clearance. However, a very small percentage of the cases are carried out during customs inspection, which requires strict 6-side disinfection. If you are selected, the queuing time is very long, the process is very slow, and the packing box may be affected by damp, which will be a nightmare. At present, epidemic prevention is overhauling. No one can challenge this policy, and no one knows when it will last. In addition, there is another contradiction. That is, in the anti-epidemic supervision of some place in China, the outer packaging of some cold chain food will also be tested. When the virus is detected positive, these goods will still be disposed of. But the understanding and the scale of different places are different. Just in the past, because of the problem of positive packing, the loss is very heavily. The rise of temperature, I believe similar problem will become smaller before the end of epidemic. China's customers officially were unable to conduct on-the-spot inspection at the place of origin, so the access of new varieties were suspended at present. The list of orders that have been admitted to China is supplemented and updated by the Chinese customs in the form of video conference. In general, to enter the Chinese market, we must first obtain access, then the importers obtain approval, and finally pass the customs inspection. This is all for today. See you next time.